Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow. Let's get started on this new adventure. First things first, we should set the text speed to fast because this game is incredibly slow. If you don't know, I'm Nerdy Trainer Nick, and let's get started. Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. My name is Hope. People call me the Pokemon Professor. As you know, the world is inhabited by Pokemon, all shapes and sizes. That, my friend, is our friend Pikachu. Now, yes, what is our name? Well, I put a lot of thought in this, and since this game actually does follow the anime, I figured we call ourselves Ash. Now, our rival, like I said, since it follows the anime, we are going to call our rival Gary. Ash, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. The world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits you. Let's go! Now, first thing we want to do first is go to the PC and actually get ourselves a free potion. Very important. And for whatever reason, just this generation, or every generation except the second generation with Silver, Gold, and Crystal, gives you a free potion, but every other generation after that, including this generation, gives you a free potion. It's like they decided to be cheap in that game. Oh, Professor, what are you going to tell us? Oh, look, a Pikachu. I wonder whatever could that be. So I thought about it, and I think now would be a good time to ask everybody the question of the day. What is your favorite Pokemon and why? And I'm so sorry if I go quiet. I'm like focusing in the game and trying to make commentary. It shouldn't happen often, but hopefully it doesn't. Gramps, I'm fed up of waiting. Gary, why are you here already? I said for you to come by later. Ah, whatever. Just wait there. Look, Ash, do you see that ball on the table? It's called a Pokeball. It holds Pokemon inside. You may have it. Go on, take it. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Gary. I'll give you one later. So, yes, this should technically have a Pokemon in it, but as you see, or as we go on in the game, we'll see items like that, and not all the time will it be a Pokemon. And very rarely will you ever pick up a ball and it'll have Pokemon in it. Most of the time it'll give you an item. Ash, this Pokemon is the Pokemon I caught later. You can have it. I caught it in the wild. It's not tamed yet. And we received Pikachu. Now, I also thought about this, about giving Pokemon nicknames. I think for this generation I will, just because it's my first one, and I know people tend to give their Pokemon nicknames, so I figured I would too. And we can't really change it later on, so I think there is no name raider in this Pokemon game. But in later generations, from Gen 2 and up, every Pokemon did receive a name raider, so I figured we will. And I figured we give it Sparky. Sparky, if you didn't know, was actually Richie's Pikachu in the anime, and I really liked it because that's what I called my first Pikachu too. Alright, and I guess we're off. I don't think Professor has anything for us left. No, he just mentions that we can fight wild Pokemon in the wild now. And it looks like the jerk that is Gary will battle us now. This is our first ever battle. I wonder if we can win. And if you're wondering what Pokemon he actually got Eevee, which is how Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu actually got their remakes. And we both have stab attacks, I guess technically, because I have Thunderbolt, he has Tackle. And we're just gonna Thunder Shock him until he dies. I mean, faints, because, you know, Pokemon don't die. And we lost. Great. Nothing better than that. That's a good omen right there. Losing our first battle to Gary, nonetheless. Wait, what? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears that your Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs. You should keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk and see how it feels about you. Well, obviously, we suck, so it hates us. I believe if you win that battle, it does feel slightly happier to you, and you gain a level, so I probably should have used that potion that we had, in all fairness. So now on to Route 1, technically. And in Route 1, we can encounter two Pokemon here, Rattata and Pidgey. And if you talk to that guy right there, he gives you a potion in both this one and in the Gen 3 remakes. But going back to our encounters, Pidgey and Rattata. Rattata, I would particularly say, is not the best Pokemon. It's down there with like Magikarp, just because it's pretty bad. In this game, it's decent because it can learn Hyper Beam, and Hyper Beam's technically a physical move. And the way you know which is physical and special is based off the type, not what the move is. So I know in later generations, Hyper Beam is technically a special move. It's a special normal move. But in this game, it is considered physical. And that's all Raticate and Rattata are, physical normal types. Now we're going to head to the mart and get the professor's parcel. And we're going to take that back to him. And Pidgey, sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. Pidgey is a decent flying type. There is better ones. Pidgey can turn into Pidgeot when it's level 36, 38. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be professional at this, and I can't even remember what level he evolves into. But he's a decent Pokemon. Not particularly one that I want to use because there is a better Pokemon that I can get later on that does fly. So we'll get there when we get there. And we delivered his parcel. And he wants us to do something. Of course, you're just gonna give me a Pokemon and expect me to do slave work. And Gary apparently has strong time to go train his Pokemon. An invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records the Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's high-tech encyclopedia. Go ahead, Ash, take it. Now I want you to pay attention to the books that are over there on the desk. They've disappeared. I wonder wherever they have gone. Yeah, those are the Pokedexes. Even though it says it's high tech, it looks like a book on the table over there. Now I think in the Gen 3 remakes, he actually goes over there and grabs them, which is pretty cool. At least it doesn't just magically teleport into our pocket. And yeah, now Gary's going to tell us that he has a town map that he can look to see wherever we're going. But since the town map isn't required, I'm not going to go get it. But if you do want to go get it, you're going to go into Gary's home, which is this one, Gary's house. And his sister is actually holding the map. And if you want to get it, there it is. Alright, wild Pokemon, just stop me in the middle of my grooving. And here's the little pathetic Rattata, but I will kill it, faint it, Thundershock it. You know what I'm talking about. And if you guys are curious what a potion does, I know I probably didn't talk about it when I mentioned it. Potions heal up 20 HP of your health. And you could see on my screen, Pikachu has 19. So when I said I probably should have used it in that other one, I would have been at full health as to Gary's opposed, like 2 health on Eevee. And we probably could have won that. But, you know, details, details. I think I'd prefer to be a little bit lower leveled. I'm not going to try to overtrain for these matches. Hopefully we won't have to. Now you also go up here. And we talk to a tree. The tree has arms and suddenly gave us a potion. Wonderful. But more importantly, we're going to go to Route 22 now. And there are actually four new Pokemon we can catch here. See if we can run into the one I'm looking for. Not the one I was looking for. I'm actually looking to the counterpart, but this is Nidoran male. Yeah, this is the offensive. The female is more the defensive, and that's the one I'm going for. There's a very particular part or reason why I'm going to get the female, just because, well, mostly because I've used the male several times. Trust me, great Pokemon if you can evolve it before 23. You evolve Nidorino before 23, you can get the movie Thrash on the Nido King, which is really good. If you do the same thing with a female, instead of getting Thrash, you get Body Slam, and I think Body Slam's a little bit better than Thrash. Now don't get me wrong, Thrash does a lot of damage, but Body Slam has a chance to paralyze, so overall, I think it's the better mod. And Pikachu grew to level 6. Alright, and he learned Tail Whip. Tail Whip doesn't really do anything, it just lowers the Pokemon's defense, so I can't really say it does nothing. I think Pikachu also has Growl. Growl will lower the attack of the Pokemon, and I'm just gonna run away. Actually, I should probably go heal Pikachu, that'd probably be a good idea right now. But also on that route, you can get a Mankey, which is really good Pokemon early game because of Brock. Brock is a rock type gym, and he has Geodude and Onix. So with Karate Chop on Mankey, you'd probably sweep right through his team. Same with both Nidorans. Both Nidorans at level 12 do learn the move Double Kick. And only for this game did they decide to put both Nidorans and give them Double Kick at level 12, was so that you don't have a hard time with Pikachu. If you're wondering, how come you didn't have Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle? Well, in this game, the whole point was to make it different than the original Gen 1 games, which this game came out a year later. Came out in 1999, but Red and Blue came out in 1998. And, oh look, there's a Pokemon we're looking for. Nidoran. Perfect. Perfect. So, I actually want to catch this. And I critical hit it. Of course. But going back to, do I even have Pokeballs? No, I don't. So maybe we should go do that first. So the whole premise of this game was to actually start you off with the different Pokemon that you're going to travel with throughout the whole game, or hopefully travel with it the whole game. You'd hate to not use Pikachu, right? Your whole starter. And I'm going to get 10 balls just in case, because with my luck, buying 5 probably wouldn't be enough. And, but Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle are all attainable in this game, so if you did want to use that, this is why I chose to go with Yellow. Another great reason I did want to be able to use all those starters and Pikachu, and not have to feel like, I don't want to switch another good Pokemon with this good Pokemon, and vice versa and all that. So, I think this was the better choice. And I think instead of Thunder Shocking, I will go for the Pokeball this time. There we go. Cake. Cake, my boy. Now, like I said, I am going to nickname with all my Pokemon. And this one I already thought about, and I did discuss this with her, because Nidoran female and Nidoran male are the only ones that really give you a gender. And I named this one Amord. And if you guys don't know a lot of Spanish, amor means love. And I actually gave my girlfriend a choice of who she wanted to be called. And I went with Nidoran female. Because eventually she'll be Nido Queen. Hello, the queen. I know, cringy. Or just, yeah. So right there, if you guys didn't see it, I did switch my moves around just because I don't want to have to deal with constantly having going down one and going down up. So I just switched growl and tackle. You can do that too. I think in most of the games it allows you to hit select and you can move the moves around. I think just in Sword and Shield, you actually have to go into the menu to do that. And so another thing I'm doing here, I'm doing something called switch trading, which you put a lead Pokemon that's typically a lower level, and you then switch out to your stronger Pokemon, like Pikachu, and you let the first Pokemon get experience while the second one essentially takes out the Pokemon you encounter. And I guess if you guys don't mind, I will actually speed this process up. I will see you back in a bit. And we're back. Okay, so all we did real quickly was just made sure our Mod Nidoran is level 5. Didn't get any new moves, and that Sparky, our Pikachu, is level 7. And now we can totally have that rematch with Gary now. And we're going to win this time. I believe it. I feel it in my body, in my heart. Now we have the Pokeballs to do this. So Spearow, like I said, is another one of those early bird Pokemon that you can get them. Surprisingly, if you guys didn't know, that little bird can actually let you fly, but Pidgey can't learn to fly for whatever reason. They're pretty much the same height, but for whatever reason, the little bird in front of Pikachu can surprisingly carry a human-sized 10-year-old. I don't know if you've ever seen a 10-year-old, but that is one strong bird. And actually, it is a pretty good Pokemon now that I think about it. Spearow has a better attack base than Pidgey, and it actually learns Peck, and Pidgey learns Gus, but Peck does a little bit more damage than Pidgey, so therefore it outrules Pidgey. Oh great, Sand Attack. So now Sand Attack, if you guys didn't know, is a move that can sometimes make you miss. And there is somewhere some kind of legend that says that if you actually lower a Pokemon's accuracy so much that it actually reverses it. And so it can basically make it so the Pokemon never misses. I think that's if you get it to -6 accuracy. Come on, Nidoran. You can beat this Eevee. I apparently know how to missay words now. So now he's at that part where he's used the attack so much that it says it does nothing. Yeah, that basically happens after you reach him. Okay. And there we go. Like I said, beat him. And Pikachu got to level 8 and learned with Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is another one of those status moves. When you do use it, it paralyzes the Pokemon. And in this game, I think it has like a 30 or 20% chance that the Pokemon won't attack. God, you move so slow, Gary. Alright, and I guess we're going to go back to the Pokemon Center we're gonna and head on to Viridian Forest. I will say this is one thing I do miss, but most Pokemon, or I wish that most Pokemon games would redo, just like in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and in Let's Go, where the Pokemon actually follow you. I always thought that was a really cool thing, and I wish they would have brought it back for a lot of the other games. And now look, Pikachu's actually happy. You know, just a couple minutes ago, he looked pretty pissed off. He never wanted to talk to us again. Ah, I've had my coffee now, and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. Bro, we just met. I see you're using the Pokedex. I'll show you how to catch Pokemon. As my apology. Bro, we just caught Nidoran. We don't need your help. Oh god, he's trying to catch a Reg. Someone tell him. Tell him to stop. Stop. Oh my god. I hope you don't catch this. Yes. That didn't work. I must be losing my touch. Oh, really? I run out of Pokeballs too. Bro, you had one and you expected to catch. Okay. Don't mind him. We know how to catch Pokemon. But in case you didn't know, if you come up here before going back to Professor Oak and getting the Pokedex, you won't be able to go through here. And in here is Route 2. Route 2, I'm pretty sure it's been the same Pokemon so far. I don't think there's any new ones besides... You know, now that I say that, I think I should probably just go into the grass ones just to make sure. Yeah, nothing new, I don't think. So I guess this is where we'll end off the episode. Or maybe... well. Okay, this is actually where we'll end off the episode. In the next episode, we'll get to Viridian Forest. Training tips before we can Pokemon. Again, we know how to do this game, I promise. Pikachu's still pretty happy. Okay, like I said, in the next episode, we'll get through Viridian Forest and hopefully all the way to Pewter City, place Brock. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This is me signing off, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, post-production, Nerdy Trainer Nick. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Undead Queen, who did do my profile picture for YouTube. It's a Ditto Squirtle, and I really love it, and I can't thank you enough for doing this, Undead Queen. And this is her big shout out. So you guys want to send me your art, because I do love Pokemon art. This is something really awesome. This is something I asked from the heart from her, and she did a really good job. So make sure you guys go follow Undead Queen here on Instagram. She does do a lot more than just Pokemon art. She just did this one because I specifically asked for it, but she does a lot of other cool art things. And so yeah, make sure you go like and follow her. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. See you in the next one.